Marbury v. Madison, Roe v. Wade, Tinker versus Des Moines. These are just a few of the most prominent court cases students learn about in their American government class. Maybe they'll read about them in their textbook, maybe they'll do a presentation, but it's easy to memorize these court cases as mere facts, and to most students they don't quite seem real. That is, until you meet someone who's at the heart of the case. Mary Beth Tinker, as well as a representative from the Student Press Law Center, spoke at UGA on November 4th as part of their year-long Tinker Tour. And Tinker spoke about the case I had learned about in my government class. I knew the basics. Students wore black armbands to school. They were suspended, and the case was appealed all the way up to the Supreme Court, where it was ruled that students and teachers don't lose their First Amendment rights at the school door. But still, this case wasn't quite a tangible thing. But as I listened to Mary Beth Tinker talk, it began to transform. By December of 1965, more than 1,000 American soldiers had lost their lives in the Vietnam War. As a form of peaceful protest, a group of students, including Mary Beth Tinker and her brother, decided to wear black armbands to school during the holiday season. Tinker said to us, "But I was just a child. I was very shy. I wasn't some big, strong person like my parents who stood up for these kind of things." The school had established a few days earlier the rule that armbands couldn't be worn to school. Tinker told us that she was called up to the principal's office and she was asked to take off the armband. She said to us, "What do you think I did?" Of course, I thought, she was a really brave protester. She kept the armband on. But, she told us, she said, "Yes, sir," and she took it off. Tinker was a 13-year-old girl, and she was scared. She was confronted by authority, and she backed down. Despite this, Tinker and a few other students were suspended. After parental conferences with the school and the school board, their parents decided to sue. And the case rose all the way to the Supreme Court after both the District Court and the Court of Appeals ruled in favor of the school. Finally, the Supreme Court ruled in her favor. Tinker went home and her life resumed normalcy. Tinker even shared with us that at the time, she didn't realize the impact this case would have. But this case sparked students all across the United States to stand up for their rights. Tinker made a difference, and all it took was wearing an armband. Sometimes enacting change doesn't mean rallying a giant group of people, and it doesn't have to be caused by a wise and brave person. It may be as simple as wearing just a symbol of solidarity like a black armband. It could be as easy as making a Facebook page or a website to raise awareness about some cause. As young people, we have this ability at our fingertips to make a difference. Tinker was 13. She was young. She was afraid of repercussions. And she wasn't trying to change the world. But she did. Jenny Alpaugh, Odyssey, Online.
What?